welcome to another episode of the CWF show, which is Conversations with Faith. And we're having conversations with everyday people doing great things in their profession, work, business in Nigeria, Africa, and the globe. Today's guest is very special. Someone I've known over decades, and she is not in Nigeria. She is based in the United States of America. Her name is Victoria Azubuike, and I'll read her profile. We're going to short break, and when we come back, we'll continue. So stay tuned, grab your coffee, call your friends. But before you do that, subscribe on our YouTube channel, which is Margaret Consult. Click on the notification button. Follow us on all our social media so you can be abreast on every episode that comes on this show. Okay, so I'll continue my reading of Vicky. So Victoria Azubuike is the wife, mom, pharmacist by training, and the owner of Vangel Shoes. Oh my God, you guys need to go check her shoes on Instagram. We'll have that handle scrolling on the screen so you can order for your shoes. You can get it delivered anywhere you are in the world. It will get to you. She's always had a love for fashion, especially shoes, having experience with big feet like me. Limited availability and variety of shoes in store led her to creating the Vangel Shoes. The awareness of these challenges to her and others alike brought the idea to Victoria, and she knew there was a need and wanted to create a platform where people who were struggling to find their shoe size could find quality, cute, comfortable, and stylish shoes. Although shoes are Victoria's signature, she has successfully integrated other unique pieces, including handbags and accessories, to her collection. Victoria's other passion lies in her day job in healthcare, where she tries on contributing towards optimal patient outcome. She supports patients by providing fair and balanced product information and involving clinical data to healthcare professionals to help them make the best clinical decisions while treating their patients. So you can follow her brand on Facebook, check out her website on vangelshops.com. You can see it showing on the screen right now. So we're going to want to rest, short break, and when we come back, we meet our guest. Hi, so welcome back from that short break, and you were speaking with me, Faith Afolabi, the host for this talk show called CWF show, which is Conversations with Faith. And I'm about to bring on my guest for today's episode. So let's welcome our guest, Victoria Azubuike.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hi. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Okay, so how you doing? Thank you for coming.
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on the show today, Faith.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
So this show is about inspiring people to start up great ideas and for career persons and business persons. So I know you're a career person in the clinical field and you also run your business together. So can you tell us, why did you go on this journey? What made you start Vangel Shoes? How you're able
thank you for that question.
And how you're able to manage with your work.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, you know me, we've known each other for, I'd say 3 decades, right? Probably close to that, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. And I've always had a love for fashion, right? So especially shoes. I probably rocked some kind of different, unique shoes back in the day. But so I've always had that passion, right? And, I had big feet from then. My feet was always growing, and my family, friends would tease me, like comparing my feet to like plantains or yams, right? And my feet just kept growing. So they were like, oh, you need a shoemaker to make your shoes for you. I mean, I thought that was kind of cool because I can come up with my own design, right? And have a shoemaker make my shoes for me. But as I got older, I got into, 10, 11, 12, and now like 12 and a half, 13, right? And, I just really, and people would come to me and like, where do you get your shoes? Because I was hustling to find shoes because I love my shoes. People would be trying to find out where I buy my shoes and where they can get shoes, like people like me with big feet. So it was just very important to me. That really birthed the idea of me creating a platform where me and people like me could find shoes in our size that we love, cute, stylish, comfortable, affordable shoes as well, right? That you could wear, because you go to the store and you see your size and it doesn't look as nice as the smaller ones, or you don't even find your size at all most times. So I wanted people to know that this is a place that they can go to every time that they need their size and find whatever kind of style they're looking for. And so that's what birthed the idea and why I started Vangel Shoes.
Amazing, Vicky, amazing. So I know you work. So how are you able to combine both together?
That's a great question. It's tough, to be honest, being a business owner and having a full-time job. It's really tough. In addition to, of course, having a family, being a wife, a mom, trying to balance it all is really tough, but it can be done. I think, number one is God. I just continue to trust God to give me wisdom to be able to manage it all. With poise as well, hopefully. But of course, family comes first. So everything family is first for me. So I work on that first. But additionally, just as far as balancing, I say I'm a pharmacist, medical science liaison by day, and a business owner by night or weekend. But yeah, so pretty much just trying to balance it. Finding ways to draw boundaries is very hard, but trying to draw boundaries, being organized, is very important. That's tough. But just making sure to allocate appropriate time to each. And it's tough. I think my business probably suffers more because I have a full-time job that I have responsibilities for. And that comes first at least during the day, and at night after I'm done with family, settled everything. And then I go to the business, put on my business hat, and then do things that need to be done in that regard. So, long story short, God first and everything else is really just trying to balance it all. And I almost want to say there's nothing like complete balance, but you can work towards the best balance that you can get, So of course you lose sleep more than likely, right? Because you use that time for sleep to try to, build in the sense of business, for example, trying to take care of things that need to be done. So, sleep, maybe some personal time is sacrificed, but it's worth it in the end, to be honest. So, but yeah, that's I don't have the magic wand, but if you do, please share. I'm always willing to hear ways to help make it better, but yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go on a very short break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining, this is the Margaret Consult Conversations with Faith CWF show. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Call a friend, get your drink, relax, and I'm sure you have something to pick from this conversation. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, and you've been speaking with me, Faith Afolabi, and my guest today is Victoria Azubuike. She's a pharmacist and a business owner of Vangel Shoes in the United States of America. So, Vicky, I know that there's a lot of competition out there, right, with your business shoemaking. So, how are you able to convince people to buy your brand?
That's a great question, and a very tough one actually as well, because there have been people who sell shoes before me, and there will be more coming after me. So I guess the first thing I should state is sometimes it's not looking at it as a competition, because we're all in it for the same goal. We want to provide shoes to people that need shoes. In my case, larger size shoes, right? So for me, it's just doing what I can do best in my own space, not necessarily because I want to compete with other people, but just really to, I think for me, the disadvantage is that I'm a newer company, right? So some companies have been in existence for decades and decades. I'm coming into a market that already maybe has a few. Some people have big size shoes. So it's not like it's not there at all. But what I pride on doing to set me apart is really putting my products in front of people. Because I find out, because I'm an e-commerce company, so my shoes are online, www.vangelshop.com, like you mentioned. People are not able to really feel the shoes. They can see the picture, but I don't even think sometimes the pictures do it justice. So what I find that really touches my heart is when people actually see my shoes, they feel it, they put it on, they see how comfortable it is, they see the quality, and they get to appreciate the shoes at that point. But yeah, so I'm a small business owner, of course, right? So that's for now where we are. Of course, it'll be great when I'm able to put it in the storefront and people again can get to see it, feel it. But in the meantime, that's what I'm able to do when people either they take a chance and order it, or I meet up with them and they try it on and they're like, wow, who would have thought it was even better than we thought it was, when we saw it online. So that's pretty much what I do, other than, trying to advertise as well. But again, I think nothing beats people getting to eventually try it on. So the more people that try it on and spread the word, the more people get to patronize, right? And that's really how it's worked. A lot of word of mouth really has helped, because people try it on and they love it and they spread the word to their friends as well and families.
Awesome. So did you make the accessories you're wearing now?
I do, yes. This is one of mine, is our earrings. So yeah, we have several accessories. Thanks for pointing that out. Actually, we have accessories, earrings, necklaces, in addition to the shoes, handbags. I even make some stuff from Nigeria as well. Like have the Ankara handbags, the raffia bags from Kano, right, from the north. So those are some.
Where do you source for your materials? You source
Nigeria, when it comes to those ones, right? The Ankara and the raffia, they're made in Nigeria. The materials are coming from there, and they're made there. I mean, you support the motherland as well, right?
Yeah. And the shoes?
Yeah. The shoes are from China.
Okay. Awesome.
The shoes are from China, but I make sure that I'm really vetting with my manufacturers, making sure that they're giving me the quality that I need, that I want. So I'm willing to pay the extra bucks to get what I really want, and not just any, sort of material.
So how do you handle costs with people buying it? Because I know it's quality and people are able to afford them. They're shoes that people can afford.
That's a great question. Like I said, I upfront put the money forward to get the quality, because I don't want to get any flimsy type shoes, right? I want people who get it to appreciate what they're receiving, because I like quality as well, right? So with that being said, I mean, of course, everybody is different. Some people have a lower price point, some people have a higher price point. I try to be in the middle. I don't necessarily always go to make the most profit, to be honest with you, because if I wanted to make the most profit, I probably won't sell anything. So I'd say I make marginal, sometimes a little less than I want to be honest. Sometimes I take a loss because I want to sell the shoes. But really, at the end of the day, it's kind of tough trying to. And again, another thing to keep in mind is, because I'm going for bigger size shoes, the manufacturers automatically want to charge more, right? Because they generally make size 7 to 10, maybe 9 shoes easily.
Yeah.
But when you start talking size 11, 12, 13, it's like
because of the sizes.
Yes. So, and I think that's a challenge that the store brands have as well, and why they probably don't carry it as much. So I take that risk because it's something that me and my big feet sisters need. So I still do it. But yeah.
Okay. So did you at some point go to learn how to make shoes? You design your shoes, or you have someone designing for you, or did you learn some of business methods?
So as far as making the shoes, learning to make them myself, no, I considered it, but I can't make the shoes myself, but I do design them. So I come up with designs I want. I communicate that with my manufacturers. We go back and forth a lot in pictures that they send. I have to pay a lot more money for samples, because I want to get them and see how they actually are, how they fit, the material and all of that. So sometimes I get the samples shipped to me. I check it out, make adjustments where needed, add, take away, So yes, I do my designs and they make it accordingly. And what was your other question?
Yeah, I was going to say, did you go learn some business strategies, like how to run a business? Is this something you learned how to do?
Yeah. Let's say I learned on the fly. I did a lot of talking to people, which is, an advice I have for anyone that's trying to get into anything career-wise, business-wise. I think it's very important to talk to people who are in the space, that are willing to talk. Well, how people can be, but people who are willing to talk.
Kind of a mentor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly, a mentor. Thank you. So find a mentor that is doing something that you admire. Maybe you admire how they advertise or how they sell or their successes. Finding those people, talking to them, seeing what it is that they do, how they got there, right? Pulling in ideas from different people. Networking goes a long way, right? Mm-hmm. And that goes with anything, like, again, career, business, marriage, life. Mm-hmm. Finding people that are doing things the right way, how you see yourself doing it, and trying to pick their brains, see what they did, see how they did it. And in the same token, it's not a one-way street, right? A mentee-mentor relationship should be a two-way street. So you should always be willing to give, right? Whatever information you know as well. That's what I did. Maybe not enough to start with, but I definitely did, and I continue to do that as well. I have people who are very supportive and willing to, give me their opinions about the best way they think to, try to do this. For example, this is how you can consider advertising, or this is what you should consider doing in your business, things like that. So I think it's very helpful to be able to talk to people. And that's what I did. I would say I'm learning on the fly as well. With businesses, you make mistakes and you learn. With life, you make mistakes and you learn. You find ways to be better. Mm-hmm. And so that applies with business as well. So you fail here, this doesn't work, you try another way. The key is not giving up. Amazing. And keep finding ways to keep moving forward.
Yeah. So do you see something that you want to do full time?
I'm sorry?
Do you see this as something you want to do full time, probably in the future?
What, my business?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's a full-time job as it is. I pretty much have 2 full-time jobs in that sense. I love healthcare. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love seeing sick people get better. Wow. And being a part of that in whatever capacity, whether directly with the patients or indirectly with healthcare professionals, as I do right now. I love that. So I'm not sure that I entirely would want to leave healthcare completely and focus on the business. But who knows? You can't say never, right? But my business, I definitely still plan to give it my full attention as well, in off hours. So again, it's 2 full-time jobs, and I don't, in the near foreseeable future, plan to quit either.
Okay, amazing. So before we call it a day, so what's your last words for someone who wants to be you? What would you tell that person?
No, don't be me, be you, right? Be your authentic self. That's the person I want to say. But just as far as, I guess one thing I always say to my kids, to my friends, family, is persistence is key. If you set your heart to anything, whatever you set your heart to do, you can do it. The difference between those who make it and those who don't, are those who keep going, keep pushing, no matter what is thrown their way. You keep forging forward, right? If you feel like you're not getting where you want to get in your career or your business or in life, right? You just keep finding ways to keep pushing forward. So my key word is really persistence, to get what you want, because you'll get it one day. It's just a matter of just staying focused and keep pushing, trying different things to get there, and staying true to yourself in the same token.
Yeah. One day I want to see you having your show, your runway show in Paris, US, wherever you want to have it. Just let us know. We'll come.
I'd love to. That would be great. And yes, from your mouth to God's ears, I'm tapping into it. Thank you.
Yes, you definitely will. Just start. It doesn't take anything. If you wait, we may never have it. Just start.
Yes.
That's one thing about life. Absolutely. And I started this talk show last year during the lockdown, and I started what I had, my phone, and people. Yeah. And my friends that were willing to talk. So I'm tapping into the network I have, and it's
I love it.
Yeah. So that's.
I love it. I don't know if I ever told. I don't know if I ever told you that I actually considered talk show, like doing a talk show at some point in my life. But yeah, I love it. I admire that you're doing this. So keep it going. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a childhood dream. So I've always, because I studied mass communication back.
I remember.
Yes. So and then I found love in non-for-profit as well. So if both continue, I still love to help people just like you, like to help us be better. I still work with an NGO, but so this is just something about part-time, and something I want to continue doing, however God wants it to be, and to inspire people to become better. Thank you so much for coming on this show today.
It's my pleasure.
And so guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share the links with your friends, and be back next week, same channel. See you next time. And for me, it's a bye. Bye.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays. God bless. Have a good one.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much.